salty with sandy tea here at the beach, sand on my feet. No place that I would rather be, getting salty with sandy tea.
And you are live. You see the little live button on the top corner?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see it. It's on the other side. Well, hello there, and welcome to another fun-filled hour of Crafting with Patti Bee. That's me. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So today we're going to do an introduction to acrylics. Now, a disclaimer is I'm not a professional artist, but I have been working with acrylics for probably, I don't want to even say 40 years. 40 years. There you go, a few decades. So anyway, I thought I would start with the basics and just kind of introduce you to the tools that I use that I find helpful. Okay, let's get started. So some of the tools that you use when you're there, there are a lot of different kinds of acrylics, right? There's the bottles that you can get in a craft store, and these are good. They're okay. They don't have as much pigment as the higher end ones, which would be ones like Goldens is one of the higher, and you can get these at Michael's too. I always wait till they go on sale and then grab one or buy one get one, whatever it is. Yeah, so I have those in a lot of colors. I've also used Liquitex. I use the heavy body because the other one is kind of transparent, so it's not as much pigment in the regular body. But they're not my favorite. Some people love these. I guess it's, personal preference. Another one that's a good one is this Goombacher. Also, you can get at Michael's. The ones that I don't use are the ones that are Artist Loft because they don't have as much pigment. They're just not as good. They don't cover as well. And sometimes it can be really frustrating if you're adding layers, which you do with acrylics, to try and get that coverage. And you can't quite get it. And, combined with brush strokes, it can be kind of frustrating. So those are two. I found this one at Target. To tell you the truth, I haven't tried this yet, but they look yummy and delicious. I figured I'd pick one up and try it. This is a pearlescent one. So we'll see how that, goes. And then I found these. And these are acrylic markers. And they're actually markers that have acrylic paint in them. So these I got at Hobby Lobby. And they come in lots of colors. You can also get them online. And I'll demonstrate them a little bit later. So first off, you're going to need something to paint with. So I have some brushes. And I've had these a while. And there are different types of brushes. So this is a flat brush. Wait, go that way. Against my face, maybe. A flat brush. And this is an angled flat brush. And you have a rounded tipped brush. Wait, how did I do that? I went that way. Yep. And they come in, all these brushes come in different sizes. There you go. So it's a matter of preference. And then this one, which is long, is called a liner brush. I should have worn something different than black, maybe. Sorry about that. Okay, and then these is two different kinds of fan brushes. So this one has spaces between it, so you can get a different effect. And this one is just straight across, no missing bristles. They're kind of small. You can get these in all kinds of sizes, depending on what size paintings you use. I tend to stick with smaller paintings because I spend a lot of time on my paintings, and I have some big ones that I haven't finished. They're around. Here's one. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. This is when I started. Haven't finished it yet. It's a story about a bad cat that didn't listen to the dog. He told him not to go in the water. And now he came up and the dog hung him up on the line to let him drip dry. Yeah, and there's a little birdie watching him. So that one maybe someday I'll finish. Okay. And here's another one that has a couple of techniques. I did this in an art class. So if you touch this part, it's kind of thick. If you put extra layers on. There's a difference between acrylics and oil paints. Acrylics are plastic based, so there's actually plastic in it, which is why sometimes you can peel it and it comes off and it's going to strip or something. Yeah. And they dry very quick. You can also use a hair dryer to speed up the drying because and then you can paint right on top of it. Okay, so next you're going to need some water. You never want to leave your acrylic brushes outside of water, and you never want to leave watercolor brushes in water. So, it's a difference you need to remember to keep your brushes, because brushes are expensive, and if you can afford the better ones, it's worth it. So anyway, this is a container you can get, and on one side it has like these slats, and that so you can really scrub the brush between colors. And then this side has spaces that you can lean the brushes in. So this one I can scrub, and then this side I can just leave it, and it'll hang out in the water and be ready to go. So another thing you'll need, well, you don't need this. You can use a paper plate, plastic plate. I've seen people, use a piece of paper, but what I like to use is a Stay Wet palette. And this one is kind of small. I have a bigger one if I'm doing a big project and I want to keep paints around for a while. And what this does is you have this paper here that you change out, and you can see I've used this because it's got a lot of colors. This is a sponge, and they sell this sponge specifically for these, but you can use any kind of a thin sponge that'll hold water. It's not soaking wet. There's no water dripping out of it. You wet it, you squeeze it, you put your paper on top of it. And what this does is it allows the paints to stay moist without drying up for a couple of days if you put the top on. Um, and then seal it. So yeah, that'll save your paint, and sometimes you've mixed a certain color and you might want to go back to it later, and there it is.
Oh, Renee is here, and she said this was fun,
Oh, good. Hi, Renee.
and she's tagging
Sure.
everybody. So thanks for tagging.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So this is the paper, and I get these at Michael's. You can get them from Amazon and Hobby Lobby and maybe Joann's. I'm not sure, but they're pretty common. Any art store would have them for sure. And these are the papers that you can put inside, and they just hold up a little bit better than like a thicker computer paper or whatever. But you certainly could, use that.
You know
All
what I
right.
got at Trader Joe's the other day? They have these. They're like a cloth, and I bet you could cut it. It almost looks like felt, but you can use it for like cleaning dishes, your house, wiping things down. But I bet you could also use that cloth
Oh,
for being.
yeah. I'll bet it's lint free. That sounds like it would work. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to try it because you can
in
wash these
class,
things.
I'm sorry. You could wash it.
You can wash these cloths. Yeah, you can reuse them and
You
better
don't
for
want
the
to wash
environment.
your acrylic paints, and you do not want to put your acrylic paint water down your drain because it will coat the inside of your pipes. So there's a couple of things you can do. If you have a slop sink, that usually has a bigger. You don't use it as much, whatever, as your regular sink. You can pour it down there. I know some people have a bucket of sand. Um, People that paint all the time, and then they'll pour it into there, and then it'll evaporate. I have some sand in my yard, so I'll just go out there and dump it out there, or I have the slop sink in the garage that I can dump it.
Why
But yeah,
you can't dump it in the sink? I always dump it in the sink.
no, you shouldn't dump it in the sink, honey. It it's
What
plastic,
about
and it'll coat the inside of your pipes.
what about the slop sink?
A slop sink is better
Okay.
because yeah, a slop sink is made to hold a bigger discharge
Okay.
amount. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Um, so there might be um, more specific stuff guidelines around this, but this is what I've learned through the years and from my friends and the classes I've taken, and kind of whittled it down
Oh.
to that. A bucket of sand is good, or if you have a sandy spot in your yard where it can just go into the sand.
I wonder if
Um,
that's why our garbage disposal got clogged really bad a few times.
oh yeah, don't put it in your garbage disposal. Ugh, yeah. One time I got potato peels and I put them in, I was peeling them into the sink, and I love mashed potatoes, so I was making a bunch, and I forgot, and I put them down the garbage disposal. Well, of course it clogged, and of course it was late at night, so the stores close here at 9. So I quick
Oh.
ran up, to the grocery store and I got a plunger because I didn't have a plunger. So I got this little plunger. So, well, this will work. And we got, you put the thing, so I picked up a couple other things and I put them on the carousel and I stuck the plunger on and the plunger was going down the carousel and I was trying to get it off before it reached. I did get it off before it reached the thing and screwed it up.
Kelly,
So don't do that.
Kelly Ann, do you know Kelly Ann Stixma?
No.
Okay, she said
Yeah.
it's showing up as Facebook user, but she's watching and she said, I love this so much.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Where are you watching from, Kelly? Where are you? And hi to the replay people.
A lot of my friends do replay. And my friend Carol said she saw me on her TV screen and I was like, oh, I wonder what I look like blown up.
Wow.
So it's taken me months to try and get YouTube, not the TV station, but YouTube, the internet channel, onto my TV so I could see me. And finally, your brother Tom was able to help me through it. We tried before and it didn't work, but this time he figured it out, and I was able to see myself. And I realized I had put a lot of hairspray and mousse product in my hair, and it looked like I hadn't washed it. I'm telling you, you're just not going to find perfect on this show. All these things, they add up to make your life fun. It's fun. We like to laugh at ourselves. It's healthy.
Dye your hair?
Okay. Huh?
Did you dye your hair? It looks a little darker.
No.
Oh,
I didn't.
It looks good.
I think the gray is, I don't know, it's blending in. It might be the lights.
Maybe it's the lighting.
I haven't been in the pool because it's been cool here. If I go outside, it probably looks a little lighter. But everybody tells me that I shouldn't color it, that it looks great. So I'll go with that. You know me, I hate maintenance.
Yeah, don't color it. If you start coloring your hair, you're gonna have to do it all the time, every 2 weeks. Your roots.
Well, and so many people down here color their hair, and then they have to do it, and then they finally get to the point where they don't want to do it, and then they have to go through that whole process of growing it out and figuring it out. And you know what? You know me, Sam. I'm lucky if I can get to the hairdresser and get my hair cut. I'm just not good at that kind of thing. It's not on my top 10 list of priorities. So by the time I get there, I look like a sheepdog. But I will say, your haircuts last me the longest of any haircut. Whatever you do is really good. And I saw the girls last night, their hair is getting really long. So reminded me of when you were little. You had long hair. And I had long hair when I was little too. It's a thing. Okay, where was I? Oh, okay. So I have this little wooden rabbit.
Oh, that's cute.
And I painted it. I painted it with these acrylic markers.
Oh, they make acrylic
markers. I can show you how they work. And I have some eggs. Goodness, I got all these things. All right. I should tell you that the older you get, the harder things are to open. And I have to say, in my mother's time, we didn't have all this wrapping. We had things were open. That was before the Tylenol in the poison in the Tylenols happened. I don't remember. Was that I think it was in the 70s, maybe the 80s.
I don't
So
know.
anyway, yeah. So now everything comes in it's all, hermetically sealed and everything. So one of the things that I have to keep is a pair of pliers to open up my paint. Because sometimes these caps, and
Well, that's a good
honestly, when I
idea.
was younger, I used my teeth, but,
No, you don't want to do that.
as you get older, you don't want to tempt fate. So
No.
anyway, so here's a little heart. And what I'm going to do is,
I love the bicycle that the bunny's on. Did you make that bicycle?
no, I didn't make the bicycle. I bought it. So I got
Ooh,
this little thing.
cute.
This one came from, I think, the dollar store, $1.29, and $1.25 plus tax. And then this one I got at Hobby Lobby. This was $3.29. It's a Kaisercraft product, and they do all kinds of lovely wooden things. But anyway, so what you want to do is, let me see, where are we? There we go. If you want to pump it, so it gets it started, and then you can just paint it, and you can see how well it covers.
Wow.
Yeah, they're really cool. You do have to make sure you put the tops back on, and you can do something on top of it. Some of my friends are buying these pens. I have a friend that does. Hi, Judy. I have a friend that does collage and painting and collage mixed, and she's really good. I should have her on. Anyway,
Hi, Judy.
she highlights this stuff with these pens. She has white pens like this. And it's basically the same thing. So what you can do is you can add a little highlight. I don't know if you can see that. Or you can paint. You can paint this. So it works really well on wood. And it works well on collage paper. I haven't found that it works really well with like one of those paintings I showed you. It just doesn't come out as dark. And the other drawback to it is you can't shade with it. It's just one color. You can't mix colors. You can't get a graduation unless you try with your finger, but it dries really fast. But maybe. So anyway, these can go on cards, or you could put them on a painting, or whatever. They're just kind of fun. So that's that. All right. Yeah, the bunny is cute. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to put a magnet on the back of it.
Oh, cute.
Oh, let me show you my other bunny.
I saw that.
So I've had this guy. I've had this guy for a lot of years.
Wow.
And I've been cleaning out my craft room and stuff, and I've been moving this guy around. And finally this year, I painted him. But he's not done yet. I want to put wire whiskers, the hot gun and, some stuff.
Wow.
But
Are those real flowers?
no, they're just, did I get those at the dollar store? I think I might have gotten those at the dollar store. These I think I got at Michael's. But the basket is, this year they have them again, this little basket.
Oh, so he doesn't come with the basket?
No, he was just wood.
Okay. And then
Like this.
you painted it. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Should paint the back and put a tail on them.
Yes, how cute.
Yeah,
Yeah, he needs to
do a little
heal.
bit more around his and whiskers and stuff. So, but look at his
Cute.
eye. I had to move him because he was staring at me.
Very
And
cute.
when I went to Target, I found this rabbit. And I remember last month we did these with the little birdhouse.
Yes, I have mine.
Well, I thought the bunny,
Oh, yeah.
so you could change it out. And you could put,
Yeah.
Easter eggs, or you could put candy or whatever. So,
I love that.
you do? Maybe I'll send them to you.
Cute. I like how you painted the bunny a lot. I thought you bought it. Looks like you bought it like that.
Oh, thanks, honey. No, I didn't buy it like that. It took me a long time because I don't know why the face intimidated me. Um, and I wanted them to look a certain way, but in the end, like all my paintings, it's always a surprise. What comes out. Like when I draw and stuff, I just have to go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so those are the acrylic markers. So that's my newest acquisition. And what I like about these is you don't have to have the water, you don't have to have, the table coverings and all the other necessities. You might want to have a wet paper towel. I always have a wet paper towel. Well, a damp, not soaking wet, but damp. You also could use a sponge to get the excess water off of your acrylic. All right. So,
That's what
and
I
if
was
we have
thinking that
time,
cloth from Trader Joe's could be used for.
I'm sorry.
That's what I was that's what I was thinking the cloth from Trader Joe's could be used for, like blotting your brush or drying out, tapping
Oh,
your
yeah.
brush.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you that. All right, so let's take this blue. So you want to shake these up because they will separate. And then, ugh, telling you, things just don't want to open to me anymore. Pour a little puddle onto your palette. I have a little blue there. And I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to wipe. Let's move this over so you can see maybe. Well, anyway, I'm just going to leave it up there because I think you'll want to see this more. So I have a canvas board. You can pretty much get these anywhere. They even sell little ones at the dollar store. And they'll work fine. They're okay. Okay. So my brush is wet. I wiped some of it off on the dish, and then I'm going to just tap it to the wet towel, or tap it to the wet sponge or cloth, or whatever you have, because that takes out some of the excess water, and the water will thin it down, right? So you really don't want too much water. So it'll run, things like that. Well, sometimes you want water, especially for blending, but I'll show you that in a minute. So this gives you a rounded edge. And that's this brush. Right? So I'm going to rinse that off, leave it in my water. And I'm going to take a flat brush, wet that down, tap off some water, dip it on there. And I'm going to get some of the blue paint. And you can see get a straight edge. Okay, so let's see some of the tricks we can do with this brush. So I wiped out the paint that was on it, even though I'm going to use the same color, and took off some of the white. I'm only going to tip the bottom half of this brush into paint. right? So can you see that? Okay. So what's going to happen is this is going to blend. The water will blend this out so you can get a different edge. You see how that blends out on the end? Now, another thing you can do, rinse your brush, tap it, is go in with just a wet brush. If you think that's too intense for what you wanted, and take some of that off. Okay, leave that in the water. So let's get a round brush. And just for fun, let's try a different color. Oh, okay. Got purple. And I use all different. This is a folk art paint. There's Martha Stewart, Deco Art, Americana, Apple Barrel. There's all kinds. Craft Smart. Yeah. I don't know. I think Kmart might have its own Craft Smart or something. I'm not sure. But whatever. They're all basically, unless they're really, really cheap, and then they won't be as concentrated in their color. Okay, so I've got my brush, wet it up, tap it, put it into the purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press and lift.
Oh, and my friend Tanja's here watching from the Netherlands. She's
Oh.
trying to get in. Hi Tanja. She's trying to get in. But we're still live, Tanja.
Yeah. The hour always goes quick.
Yeah.
So see how you can get that rounded tip and then you can pull it so that it becomes like a petal?
Okay, now she's on watching from YouTube. So maybe she was having an issue on Facebook.
Oh.
She's watching from the YouTube channel. And we're live on Twitch also. I don't know if anyone from Twitch is watching.
Ah. Okay, so now we have an angled brush. I don't know if you can see that, but okay. I'm going to dip that in the water, tap it, and I'm going to go into the purple. And we're going to so this is similar to a flat brush. Okay, let's get some. I'm just going to get some on half of the brush, like I did with the other. Just dip in the corner, so you can see.
Yeah, if anyone on Twitch is watching, please say hi so we can see if you're watching.
So this one you can see fades out. A little more than the flat brush. The light is making it look like it's sparkling. All right, leave that one in the water. That one needs to go back. Okay, so now we have a fan brush. Now this fan brush.
Tanja said she just joined to say hi. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is one that's got pieces cut out of it. So let's try that. Um,
Oh, hi, Julie. Yes, we're live. Can people not see us? I see your comment. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
so this gives lines to be used for, you know, grass, and that kind of thing. Might want to use it with certain kinds of flowers. And this one doesn't have any missing bristles. It's just kind of flat. And let's go back to the blue. So one of the things you want to try not to do is you don't want to put so much paint that it gets up to the, you know, you want to leave room.
Oh,
You don't need it to go all the way up to the stem. I don't know what they call it. But
what's the difference of water paints? What are water paints made? They're not acrylic?
okay, so water paints are completely different. They don't have any plastic in them.
Oh,
They're pigments.
okay.
Okay, so what I did here, I made a circle with it, a little bit of half circles. And then when I didn't have much paint left on the brush, I did this, right? So a lot of times what you can do is you take your brush, you get some paint, and then you take it off so that it's almost dry. And then you can get a lighter. So which is good for things like fur, you know, anything that's wispy and doesn't need to be as defined. When you're painting, the things that are closest to you will have the most detail, and the things further away become hazier. And that's the way it is in real life too. So that's kind of what you're emulating. Okay, so now here's a liner brush. And a liner brush needs to be used in a different way. So what you do is you wet it, but you don't dry it. And you make a little puddle that becomes the consistency of like ink. You might want to do that a couple of times. Thin it down. I don't know if you can see me. I'm just taking a little bit to the side and I'm making it in ink, and you're going to turn it with your fingers to get a point. So you can write with it. You can do squirrels. And this one you want to load a lot because it is hard to keep going and get back. But you can do it. So you can use this for like whiskers. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. So I'm just tapping and pulling. You can see that it takes a little practice with this brush, but once you get it, it's fun. It can add really cool details. You know, you can write with it. Well, that's not really good, but Mr. Rabbit. Anyway, You get the idea. Okay. So I'm going to put that aside for now. And I have some eggs. And I got these at Target. And they have a cute little flat bottom, so you can stand them up. They wobble a little bit, but okay. And for this, I think I'm going to use my other paints. And, oh, you know what? Let's try this pearlescent one on it. Aha, this one makes you think you can open it. But you can't. Okay. Wait. Come on. Tell you, getting harder and harder to open things these days. And as you age, your fingernails get thinner, thinner, cheap. You didn't want this to come out.
Julie Leineke's watching, but she's having a hard time getting into the stream. There might be, I hope there's not a Facebook issue.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Some people might be having a hard time.
I'm just rinsing my fingers in water. Okay. So let's get a bigger brush to cover this. So the difference between watercolor brushes and acrylic brushes can really make a difference in the outcome of your painting. Watercolor brushes, the better they are, the better the outcome will be. But a lot of people are having success with these brushes that come with the water in them already. So I'm just tapping out some of this onto the plate, and I'm just going to give this, oh, this is good. I think we found something at Target. Yeah, that would be hard if you couldn't, see us live. What's Facebook up to these days? We want to know. So this is going to take a couple of coatings, and you're better off having a couple of light coatings than you are, putting it on real thick. And especially with wood. One of the things about these eggs from Target is I didn't have to sand them. Sometimes you get stuff and you really need to sand it. Okay. All right. Let me just stand that in the cap. All right. It's got a nice sheen to it. I really like this. I might have to invest in some of these paints. Oh, but I have a lot of paints already. You can always buy more product. But I would definitely recommend the Target bottles that look like this. Mondo Llama.
Do you have my friend Stephen? My friend Stephen Edwards joined for a second. He said he's from the UK. And he said it's not really his type of his stream for him. But I told him you have mom jokes.
Oh, mom joke.
He's feeling like maybe this is a ladies' stream. It's not for him.
Oh, well, it's just it's just tools, really. It's painting is tools, right?
Yeah.
And Montessori's, which I was a Montessori teacher, Montessori believes that if you want to be creative, you need to understand how to use the tools first. And once you've got the ins and outs of the tools, then you're free to create, really create. That's not to say you can't experiment in learning the
Julie's
tools. You certainly can.
Julie said she's missing the show. She tried to get on, the link's not working. Bummer. We love you, Julie.
Oh,
Bummer.
all right, mom jokes. What joke would you like me to tell, Sam?
I don't know. What do you tell your crafting buddies?
Oh, I tell them all kinds of things. Lately, I've been telling, and you younger people probably are having this problem too, because, we think it's age, but I think that it might be data overload because, people can't come up with names of things, and it's like, you lose track. So anyway, the whole room will be trying to figure out the name of something, and we all know what it is, but we can't bring it up. And then, the phones come out and searches go on. And then finally somebody either remembers or finds it. And so I say, together we are a genius. We, collectively,
Yeah,
we're good.
together.
So, how about if I tell the joke about, well, it's not a joke. It's actually a real story.
Laughing already.
Yeah. So Dad was away traveling, and I was home, and Megan comes into my bedroom. Did I tell this already about the bucket of water?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But my
So she
memory
comes
is,
and she says, Mom, I'm going to throw up. I said, oh, quick, into the bathroom. I had, the bathroom off of my bedroom. And she gets to her feet are on the carpet. And right beyond that is the linoleum in the bathroom. And she's puking. Now, Maggie, she was so worried about making a mess or anything. I don't know why, but she was. And I said, it's okay. It's okay. And I reached into the whirlpool tub, and there was a bucket of water in there. It was clean water. I think we were going to there was a possibility of a power outage in case I needed to flush the toilet. I kept a bucket of water in the whirlpool, and I reached over and I grabbed the bucket and I pulled it out, and it hit her like 2 gallons of water, hits her all over, and goes into the throw up in the bathroom. And she just looks up at me like, why would you do that? It's dripping down her face. And I felt so bad. I'd forgotten there was water in it. So I just yanked it for her because I felt she would rather throw up in the bucket than on the floor. So now I grab a towel that was hanging there. I don't know why I didn't grab that first, but there was a towel. I didn't see it, I guess. And I wrapped her head in it, and I had to go around to the other side of the bathroom. We had 2 doors into the bathroom. One led into the laundry room, one into my bedroom. And I grabbed a whole bunch of, towels out of the laundry. And I was on my hands and knees, and I'm corralling this watered down throw up. And she looks at me and she says, you must really love your kid to do that. And I
funny.
said, yeah, I do. I'm sorry, honey. Anyway, yeah. I don't think she came into my bedroom anymore if she ever threw up. I think that was the last time she looked for me to help.
Aw.
Figured she'd make it to the bathroom herself, but her was closer to her room. She had one up the stairs. Yeah. So that was, don't worry, honey, I'll take care of you. You'll be fine. But so that's the story.
Aw.
That's the story of the bucket of water. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, I have lots more of those stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sending Julie the link on YouTube so she can watch from YouTube.
Oh, okay. Okay, so my egg is dry.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm going to use this other paint. I'm going to pull out a goldens. Ooh, magenta. Let's take our handy pliers. So I have some of those that I keep at the house and some of those I keep with my paints because you never know when you're going to need them. So this paint, can you see this? It's a little bit thicker. Golden paint. So those are my favorites. They're, of course, the most expensive. Not that the others are cheap, but those are the best. Okay, let's make. You having any success with that, Sam?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so.
I'm only putting a little bit of paint on the tip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some tulips. Pretty simple.
Nice.
Yeah, right. And they're simple. You just make a U. And then you fill in the middle to make a tulip. And make one going sideways. And now my brush is getting a little dry, so I'm going to reload it. So I'm going to rinse it off.
Okay.
Rinse it and reload it. And you need to do that often with the paints. So that's okay.
You want to see something funny?
Sure.
I made we made an appreciation video for Robin.
Uh-huh.
And I just love my friend Burke made this clip and I just love it. Watch.
Wee doggy. Good shit, Maynard.
Well, that's fun.
Isn't that fun?
It is.
How about
Very
this?
fun.
This is the kookaburras. Have you ever seen a kookaburra from Australia?
I think there was a song about kookaburras that I liked.
Yeah, there is a song about it too. But well, listen to this. This is real live video from Australia of the kookaburras. Apparently, they're like huge. They're like the size of turkeys. They're big. Here they go. They
Sounds like
sound like a bunch of laughing hyenas.
Uh-huh. Yep. All right. So now I'm going to change my brush.
Ooh,
I got
it's Fish
tiny onions.
Friday too at McDonald's.
It's what?
It's Fish Friday. McDonald's has their fish fillet on sale.
Oh, yeah?
Usually they're like $5. Now they're on Fridays during Lent. They're on sale for $3.
Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some stems and some
Oh, I wish I
so
could.
I've got a stem there, right?
Oh, how cute.
But I picked out another color, a lighter color of green. And what I'm going to do is highlight that with the green. And so
Very cute. Those little wooden eggs, I love. I've always wanted to get a nice. People collect those wooden eggs.
yeah, my friend Amory does the Paninsky. I think that's how you say it. You know, the Ukrainian eggs.
Oh,
With
nice.
designs on them and stuff. She's beautiful.
Wow.
And she maps it out and uses the wax and the candle and the whole thing. And gosh,
Wow. I remember I lost you.
multi-generational art. It's really an art. I was going to say craft, but it's not a craft. It's an art. What a lovely art that is. And they, get together in multi-generations and do those.
I want to
So,
paint some eggs. That sounds fun, like wooden eggs. I've painted, regular eggs and dyed eggs and everything, but that would be fun to paint some eggs that would look good all year round in the house.
yeah, it would.
Because I can paint them to match my decor in my house.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you get inspired by like sometimes I see a picture that I like in a book, in a children's book or in a magazine or something, and you can copy that. So anyway.
You know what else I could do is check this out. Oh, I could. Oh, hold on. Why is so annoying? Okay.
So what I'm doing now is I'm just putting some like grass type strokes on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a better brush for this. And I guess I could use that one.
Oh, here I have this too. Ready? It doesn't really even have to be a joke. It's just funny when you hear people that laughing sound.
It's true.
Who needs the joke?
Laughter is the best medicine, eh?
I have this one too.
Right.
And the crowd goes wild. I love that. I'll put some music on for you here. See how loud it is.
So for this little detail, I'm just using a small little liner brush.
That's kind of like a dancing dance music. This
Yeah,
one's
Chloe
cool.
likes to do the dance music with me.
Mm-hmm.
She had me under the desk last night, and she's got a whole sticker arrangement under there.
Oh boy. Under the desk?
Under the desk, yeah, she's got a whole thing going on.
Underneath? So when you look up,
Yeah,
she's too much.
yeah, she is.
Because I won't allow her to put stickers all over the front of it.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Who gave her that idea, I wonder?
She's got her own identity, kiddo. She's gonna do
Who gave
things.
her that idea?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked up and I saw it. And I was like, huh, what is that up there? Oh, with that face. Okay, so here we go. One side of that egg done. Now, on the other side, try not to touch that. I'm going to use the pink marker. But before I do that, let me just.
Yay, Julie found you on YouTube. Finally, yay.
Okay, so this is one of those little spray bottles that you can get, you know, for traveling or whatever. They're all over the place, and it has water in it. So what I'm going to do is spray my paint,
Love you, Julie. She said,
and
Patty,
then I'm going to put the top on it. I might need that to save it. So if I want to do another egg in those colors, I have those out. But anyway, so let's look at the markers. This is my new toy. And let's see if we do try something like this. Like this one too. All right. So what I'm going to do check that this has got paint coming out, and it does. So I'm just gonna draw some lines, some squiggle lines.
Julie said, thank you again for the beautiful mushroom ornament and beautiful Christmas card.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad you like it, Julie.
I'm glad she got it. I thought you were going to forget about her.
No. No. The post office isn't real close to me.
Well, I have my little ornament in my window of my car.
Oh, good. Okay, so I like this better for the eggs. Okay, so what I've done is I made some squiggle lines in a dark color, and then I went over with a lighter green. And that covered pretty well. Now I'm going to take the purple, make sure it's working, and I'm just going to do some dots, some flower dots. And these are going to be
That's okay, Julie. We did some tagging earlier.
Not hyacinths. What is it called there? Oh,
What's
see, this
that?
is what it is. You know, my friend Bill says that the older he gets, the less he wants to remember things. You know, it's just not that important anymore. And so he's got a list of like 10 top things that he remembers. And that's cool. He says if his wife remembers, why does he have to remember? Oh, I like his thinking. I like his thinking.
Much.
So, yeah.
I don't try to remember anything. That's what I have a calendar for.
Oh, good. Yeah, you have to when you have kids, right?
I can't remember
Oh.
anything.
All right. So that's just plain purple.
Are those
And
hydrangeas?
huh?
Did you paint hydrangeas? They look like hydrangeas.
Hydrangeas.
No? Maybe
They're
I'm wrong.
cute, whatever they are.
Yeah, they look little. Or lilacs? Are they
Oh, maybe
lilac?
lilacs. I'm going to put
Lilac?
some lighter purples in there. And I'm just doing dots with these. And this is why I love these. You know, I don't have to worry with the paintbrushes. I don't have to worry.
No mess.
No
cleanup.
mess.
No drip.
They are permanent. So, you know, probably not for the kids. But yeah, look. So I just added another layer. Lighter and darker. So usually,
Crowd loves it.
when you want dimension on something, you want a dark, so that it equals a medium. I'm trying to discuss this, honey.
The crowd is going wild.
Oh, I thought it was a surf. Okay, so you want to paint in 3 different colors, right? So you have your main color, and then in that same color, a darker hue of that color will make it go back, and then you have a lighter color which makes it highlight, right? So, oh, my painting. Okay, so let's look at this. So you have your darkers go back, and as it gets closer, it gets lighter. And you want to have the direction of your sun, you know, coming. So this is kind
That's
of
really
pretty much
pretty.
over. Yeah, and
You
cracks me
painted
up.
that?
Huh?
You painted that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that from a real place?
No, I made it up.
Oh, cool. Let's see it again.
Yeah.
Like closer. Your screen is cut in half because you're sideways. What's
And
hanging
this
on the clothing line?
cat, it's a kitty cat,
Oh.
and there's a little
Cute.
bird above the kitty cat on the line.
And the cat's hanging out to dry?
The cat's hanging up to dry, and the dog is looking out at the sailboat, and he's thinking, you know, I told that cat not to go in the water.
That actually looks like a spot in Hawaii that I've been to on the North Shore.
Oh yeah, I was thinking Cape Cod, but
Huh.
yeah, ocean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that one, and then if you look at this one,
That looks like Vermont.
yeah, right. It's got the mountains,
Mm-hmm.
tree, and then it's got more detail.
Julie
I'm
said she
in the-
loves it. Said it's
More
beautiful.
detail on the leaves, and here right? Than it
Yeah.
does the other way. The other way, Pat. There you go. Than it does back here, and you can see the colors get muted as it goes back, right?
Right. So it's like 3-dimensional.
Yeah, yeah, right.
3D.
So there's a few colors in here, you know, and more detail in here, and the little trees, and you know, the bushes. So the bushes are probably a good example of the dark and the light, where the dark recedes, right, and your main color is there, and then you have your highlight.
Wow. Now, are you? That looks almost like
I
upstate
haven't
New York.
painted
Like
in about a year. Huh?
looks like upstate New York or Vermont or like New Hampshire.
Yeah, yeah.
Somewhere in the New England region.
In the north, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I did that in a class.
Indian
But when
Lake.
COVID hit, actually, it's been a couple of years since I painted with acrylic because when COVID hit, we stopped the classes.
Are you selling those?
And you know, I don't sell my paintings.
You get too attached?
I just don't have the nerve.
What do you mean? Are you attached to? Would you let go of them if someone offered you money?
Yeah. Pricing is very hard. I usually sell my cards and that kind of stuff, but I don't. Well, here's the thing. A lot of my work was done in class, so there are other copies of that same work. And so it can come from me.
Oh,
right?
Okay. You should sell them. Julie says she loves the Easter Bunny. Yes, she painted that Easter Bunny behind her.
Oh, the bunny behind me? Yeah.
She showed that earlier. We're at 12 past the hour.
See, this is what I mean about, you just never know. I didn't know if this was going to be a girl or a guy. But he came out kind of masculine. So I think he's a guy. But he was just this.
Look at the carrot scarf.
And this was painted in acrylic. And, yeah.
You could even put some kind of a candy ball.
A what?
Like attach. You could, since it's made out of wood, you could nail a little shelf and make it like a little candy holder.
Yeah, I could. I gotta fix this a little bit. This needs a little bit more.
Or you could put a
work.
peg on it and make it a towel rack for your dish towels or your bath towels.
I could. But yeah, so these little baskets, this basket here was from the dollar store.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, you know what? That's what inspired me to paint this and finish it. Besides, I was tired of moving it around in my things. But I don't know if anybody sells these anymore. You might have to, get somebody that does a little bit of woodworking to help you cut one of these out.
Yeah.
They used it.
Beautiful.
This is my newest acquisition.
Little chick bunny, a bunny chick.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Really silly.
What's on his back?
He's so. I got the Target.
What's on his back?
I went into Target to get a container because I'm, redoing the craft room, and yeah. Oh,
what's on that bunny's back?
Huh?
What's on the little bunny chick's back?
Oh, it's a little basket with an egg.
Oh, how cute!
It is cute, right? I mean, how could you not come home with him?
I would probably have to.
I put him on the conveyor belt to check out and watch him, meow.
Wait,
all right. What did I do with my oh, there it is, my palette. So here's what I'm saying about the palette. So now, I'm going to go back to my palette. Because I can't get the one that I want. So I'm going to use my that brush, and I'm going to put it in a little bit of green. I have a little bit of green still here on my palette. And I'm going to make some probably even show you this. I'm just bringing it up. I put 2 greens on my brush.
Julie's laughing when I do the crowd laughing thing.
And the crowd goes wild. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's this one.
Right on the bottom, it looks like. So you can see it's a little better than me. I think I'll just whisk these up a little bit. And remember, you know,
I
when
could
you're
do that all
painting,
day long, by the way.
loose is better. When you're painting, loose is better. So you don't want to, you know, worry about it so much. So there you have it. We've got an egg on this side.
Beautiful.
And that's using both the markers. And then I had my palette out.
Beautiful.
So that might inspire me. So next week, I thought we would do some painting on fabric.
Next month?
Huh? Next month,
You mean
yeah.
April 1st, or the first Friday in April. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were over time.
Yeah.
So just quickly, I'll show you. So I get this pen. It's a transfer pen. I get it on Amazon. And what I did for the girls, I got a coloring book that I thought had some pretty pictures on it. And I'm going to trace this onto tracing paper with that pen. And then I can iron it onto a fabric bag. This I got at Hobby Lobby. And it'll iron it like it'll iron onto the bag. The pattern will iron onto the bag, and then I can paint it using my acrylic paints. And this is the only brand I can find now. They used to have Folk Art used to sell one, but so this is a fabric medium, heat set fabric painting medium. And what it does is you mix it half and half with your acrylics. So on my palette, and you use it to paint, you know, regularly. It does make the paint color a little darker, but when you're done, you just put a piece of parchment, and then you just iron it, and it melts it into the fabric. But I'm telling you, I've done this on T-shirts and stuff, and your pillowcases that I sent you, and you can wash that, and it's soft. Yeah.
Great idea.
So
Julie
yeah,
says
I
thank
thought,
you.
you know, using Montessori's philosophy that if I, you know, just showed some of the tools and how they can be used, that gives you the freedom to explore and, you know, just as long as you know how to take care of your brushes. Oh, let me just say that. So when you're finished with your brushes, you can buy paintbrush cleaner. But what I have is a little container, and I have a piece of ivory soap, which I've had for years. So what I do is I put my brush in there, and I get it all soaked up. And then I just, you know, run it into my hand. Now, because this was in water, none of the paint has settled into the bristles, bristles, nothing has dried. And then I can just rinse that off. And what you can do is you can use it to shape your brushes back into a good shape. So you just wipe it along there a little bit, and it'll get it. You want to use something that doesn't have a lot of perfume, some kind of soap that doesn't have a lot of perfume. And then you just stand it up to dry. You can, you know, stand it up here. Now I have all these brushes that I need to. You don't want to leave your brushes overnight. As soon as you're going to be done, you know, you want to just quick clean those up, and then they'll last you forever.
Yep.
When you're working with fabric paint, it's a stiffer, it's a more coarse. It's got, the fabric has the bumps in it and the nooks and the crannies, and so you want to use a stiffer brush, and they're usually these white ones that are good for acrylic. So I save my good soft brushes and use those on the painting. So yeah, I mean, if you want to, you know, go and grab some of that stuff, you could, you know, use a piece of towel or anything that you want to paint on.
All
There we
righty.
go. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Yeah, there might be another show coming up. I'm not sure if Renee has a show, but yeah, we're 22 minutes past the hour.
You know, I'm telling you, when you're having fun, time flies.
I know.
Doesn't fly when you're doing laundry.
I know. Okay, well, thank you. Thanks everybody for watching, and hello to the replay people. We hope we say a shout out to the art buddies.
Yeah. Hey guys.
And
yeah, we do tomorrow. We're having journals. We're making journals in Art Buddies, paper journals out of cardboard.
Yeah,
and,
you should live record it. Pre-record.
Yeah, I don't know. Pre-record. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of them. I'll have to figure that out. It's kind, you know what? It's very confusing. There's a lot of people in it. It's like 45, 50 people. So, you know, keeping everybody with the supplies that they need and answering questions, and you know, it takes a lot of time floating around. But now we sing every time somebody leaves, and I'm going to leave you off with this. So long, farewell, until we meet again, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Da, 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 da. It's better when we're in harmony. Bye.
Probably.
You can do it, Sam.
Okay, bye everyone. We'll see you the first Friday of every month. We'll see you again.
First Friday of every month. Next month is fabric painting, and then maybe after that I can do watercolors, unless you want to do watercolors first. Either way.
It's up to you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Bye everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.